Is that going to bother anyone else if the door's just there and open? Probably not, I've just pointed it out. Don't know why. The lighting is better at this angle, so I'm sitting like this. Hello everyone. So it has been absolutely ages since I last filmed a sit down video. All I can say is I'm very sorry. I had every intention to film more sit down videos and do this video absolutely ages ago, but life just got in the way and I had to prioritise other things over my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is something I love doing, but it is just a hobby and I can't always find time in my life to be able to maintain it. So I'm going to say sorry, and I will talk about that a little bit later and do a bit of a life update for you and just chat about things, because a few people have been asking me very similar questions and I want to talk through it and kind of get it all out in one video, and then hopefully that will answer your questions and people won't be curious anymore about the same things. But the first thing I'm going to do in this video, because loads of people keep messaging me saying, are you going to do a Disneyland haul? And although I didn't buy enough to warrant a separate video, I am going to do a mini Disneyland haul, because if you didn't know, I'm not sure how you didn't, but if you didn't know, I went to Disneyland with my best friend Lauren last month, and I've got a whole load of vlogs on my channel, and we had the most amazing time. Disneyland Resort is our favourite park, like our favourite parks, if that makes sense, and I was so happy to be back. I felt so grateful and it didn't feel real, and looking back now, it's been a month since we've been home and I still can't quite comprehend that we were there and like it happened, but it did, and it was amazing. And I have so many good things to say about this trip, but I won't. But what I'm going to do is do a mini haul for you. I didn't buy too much, I didn't go overboard. I could have bought more, but I was very like reserved and kind of doing the whole, do I need this? Will I get home and think, why did I spend $30 on this? And so it stopped me from spending money when I shouldn't, when I just didn't need to, because I have a habit of doing that, or I used to have a habit of doing that, and I'm trying to get myself out of that. So these things didn't buy in Disney, but we did buy them in Anaheim, and so I kept the packet to show you in case you're interested. I bought myself some pretzel M&Ms because they are my favourite M&Ms from the US. I mean, are they objectively that good? Probably not, but like I just love getting them every time I'm there. They didn't have any in Target. They didn't really have many M&Ms in Target, so I think they were running low on stock and stuff, which is understandable at the moment. But I went to CVS, saw these, they were like $6.50 and then tax on top. So quite expensive, but I love them and I couldn't resist. And I thought, you know what, you're on holiday, just do it. So I'm very glad I did. And then from Target, I did actually get myself some Sour Patch Kids. But these are the Sour Patch Kids bunnies. Completely pointless, but completely adorable, so I obviously had to buy them. So some of the like little mementos that I picked up on our trip were obviously the park maps. You always got to pick up a couple of park maps when you go. So I got the, oh hello, I feel like Anne Hathaway in Princess Diaries. Ah! Yes, I got the Disneyland one and the DCA one, obviously because it's got Avengers Campus on it. If you watch the vlogs, you'll probably have got bored about the amount of times that we went to Avengers Campus, because we loved it so much. I like getting park maps, so then in the future I can kind of look back and see how the park's different if I end up going when I'm like 80. I like things like that. I've still got ones from when I first went to Walt Disney World in 2007, and it's just so interesting to see what was on the park maps and everything like that, so it's always a good keepsake. Another thing I have a keepsake of is this placemat, coaster, whatever you want to call it, from Lamplight Lounge, as you can see, and then on the back it's from Coco. I kept that because I thought it was cute. It's just something you can kind of keep, put it in a little scrapbook or something. And then these are from the Animation Academy. When we went a couple of times because we loved it so much. So on the first try we drew Sully from Monsters Inc. There he is. I thought I did alright. I thought I did alright, not bad. Not bad for me, not bad. But the better one, and I'm not being funny, I'm feeling quite cocky about this because I am not artistic, but I tell you, you know immediately who that is. I am proud of that. I drew that. I always recommend doing the Animation Academy because it's just such a fun activity to do. It means you get to sit down for a little bit, you get to be inside if it's hot. It's just something fun to do and everyone can do it, and it doesn't matter if you can't draw, because the whole point is they're teaching you how to draw and everyone's is going to look slightly different, and that gives it a bit of personality, and I love that. Another are little mementos that were things that kind of came with things that I got. So on the first day we ate at Pym's Test Kitchen, which is in Avengers Campus, which is a Ant-Man, Hank Pym inspired restaurant. I got the vegan pasta, and it came with this tiny fork because the point is the meatball was meant to be massive and the fork is tiny. That's the whole theme of the restaurant, but I kept the fork. Don't really know why, I just wanted to keep it because I thought it was cute. And then along the same lines, on the last day I think it was, possibly. I bought a cocktail from the bar, which is Pim's Testing Lab, I think. It's a slightly different name. I always get them mixed up, but I kept the little beaker, obviously, because it came. I don't know why I'm doing that, because you're going to see me in it, but there you go, there's the little beaker. The cup came in, the drink came in. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. This is what the drink came in. It's super cute. I thought it could be like a little pen pot or something. Who knows, but I just thought it was super cute. And if you didn't know me, I'm a huge lover of Ant-Man and the Ant-Man movies. Super underrated, so the fact there's a whole restaurant makes me very, very happy. I didn't buy that much, as I said. So the first thing I bought is something I was obsessed with when I saw it. I literally was like, oh my god. It is this Scarlet Witch water bottle. I'm just gonna try to show you. There you go. Try not to get my face in the way. I'm talking way too fast, I'm so sorry, but it is this Scarlet Witch water bottle. It is absolutely gorgeous. If you didn't know, Wanda is my favourite female character, one of my favourite Marvel characters in general. I think she is awesome. I'm obsessed with her. She is just everything. I could go on for a long time about how much I love her. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my god. Only bit of Scarlet Witch merch that you can find in Avengers Campus at the moment, or when I went. I obviously have no idea as of right now, so I had to buy this. And then the other bit of merch that I got from Avengers Campus was a pin, the only pin I bought this trip. So it was this Spider-Man pin that says amazing along the top, and then you've got Mission Breakout here, which is my favourite ride, and then you've got Spider-Man swinging, and then this is like representing Avengers Campus in general. I just thought it was super cute. Spider-Man is my absolute favourite ever. Childhood love, so I had to get this pin, and I thought it was super cute. It's gonna look cute on my pin board. And then the only other three things I bought, so these two, you're gonna guess, are postcards. If you've watched me for ages, I always buy postcards when we go to Disneyland. I love Wonderground Gallery, it's such a cute shop. So the first one I got is this Hercules one, which you've got Meg leaning against the Herc statue. You've got the muses. I just loved the colours. I just thought it was beautiful. Anything Hercules related, I probably will buy it, because I feel like we're getting more and more Hercules merchandise, but still I feel like it's not as common. It's always so cute as well. And then the second print I got is also Hercules, which is my favourite villain of all time, Hades with Pain and Panic. I loved this art style of this. I loved the background. I just thought it was so super cute. So these are the two postcards I got. They're $6 each. And then the final thing I bought, which is probably my favourite, and I haven't worn it yet, so I'm excited to actually wear it, is this t-shirt which says Disneyland Resort on it, and it's got all the attractions, and it's just super cute, super vibrant. I love it. I got it in a medium. It's kind of going to fit like this top I'm wearing, I think. It would be a little bit oversized and baggy, which I like. And then on the back it's got all of the names of the rides, their opening dates, which I just think is super interesting, because I couldn't tell you when most of them opened, like date wise, but there's that. I love this. The only thing I'm worried about is it's white, and I'll probably end up spilling like tomato sauce down it, which would be my own fault for eating tomato sauce while wearing something like this. But I loved it. I couldn't resist. It's actually quite a good quality, I think, and it was $25, which isn't too bad for Disney parks clothing, I suppose. Yeah, that was just my quick mini Disneyland haul. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing what I've got. I know a lot of people were just really curious and wanted to know. I am also always very nosy to see what people spend their money on, because I just like to know what's available as well. So that's all of the stuff I bought from Disneyland, and now I'm kind of gonna dive in. Literally, that was, yeah. I'm gonna dive in and talk about a little life update, I guess, and just do a little catch up, because it's been a while since I've done this, and the last loads of videos I've done have been Disney vlogs. So obviously I had my Disneyland trip in February, which was incredible, and then before that was our Disneyland Paris trip in October, which was so special because that was the first Disney trip that we'd been on since the start of the pandemic, and it felt very unusual to be in a Disney park again. And so it just felt extra special, and I was just so happy to be there and take it all in, and I felt very grateful in that moment that I was able to go when I did. And so yeah, I'm super like blown away that we managed to do that. I don't know why, trips just don't seem as secure anymore, obviously, and so I just feel very lucky. And so the first thing I'm going to talk about, because everyone has been asking me on messages, or I did a little kind of Q&A box on Instagram saying, what do you want me to talk about, what do you want to know? And the most asked question, I mean like nearly 100 people like all the time, when's your next Disney trip, where are you going next, XYZ, everyone wants to know. And so I thought I'd talk about that first because I think that's what most people want to hear about. And I feel a bit, I mean, I don't like doing trip announcements. I'm not someone who does trip announcement videos. I used to. I think the last one was like for our 2019 LA trip. It's not something I want to do anymore, just because, especially at the moment, everything is so unsure and up in the air, and I don't want it to come across like I'm showing off, like, oh guys, I'm going on holiday again, haha, look at me. I really don't want that to come across like at all, because I'm so unbelievably grateful for every opportunity I ever get to go anywhere, whether it be 10 minutes down the road or 10 hours around the world. Like, I'm so grateful. And this year is going to seem extremely excessive in terms of the number of trips that myself and Lauren are going on. A lot of the trips have been pushed back, cancelled, postponed due to the pandemic, obviously, as is everyone else's. And so 2022 is going to seem insane. It's not because I've suddenly come into loads of money or I'm super rich. It is generally because of lots of refunds and pushing back and tweaking things and just getting really good deals and trying to make the most of possibly going on trips this year. So we have got quite a few trips coming up this year, and the next one is actually a Disney trip. We are going to Disneyland Paris next month, and I'm so excited. We are there for the 30th anniversary celebrations. Like, it's obviously started already, but we're there to enjoy the 30th anniversary celebrations, and this is going to be our last Disneyland Paris trip for at least a year. Like, that's 100% definite. We won't be going back to Disneyland Paris for at least a year, and it feels very bittersweet. So we're not annual pass holders anymore. We decided not to renew them just because we don't have any chance to use the annual pass because of all these other trips that we're going to try do, and so it would be just a waste of money to get one. We booked directly through Disney, which I've never done before. We found a really good deal. We're staying in my dream hotel and I'm so excited. Lauren's going to be driving there, so that's something completely different. Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to going and just enjoying Disneyland Paris. The 30th looks so fun, and they've announced that character meets, so obviously fur character meets were back to normal and you could hug them, and now face character meets are going back to normal as of the 1st of April. And although that still feels a bit odd, and I'm going to kind of see how I feel when we're there, the fact that things are back to normal in Paris, or will be back to normal, it feels very odd but amazing. They've also announced that character dining is back at Disneyland Paris, so we might be booking to go somewhere like Auberge, but we're not entirely sure of our plans yet. We're still trying to decide. Bookings don't go live till next week, so yeah, that is the next trip that we're going on, and I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to go back. Then after that we are going to Rome. So we're going to Rome, Italy, obviously, in May, and I'm so excited. We found a really good deal. We booked through EasyJet when they had their spring sale on, so we saved £100, and we're going for 4 nights, I think, and we've got flights, a hotel and breakfast included, and it was like £400 each, which I think is really good for Rome. I've never been to Italy. I've always wanted to go to Italy, and I'm just so excited. I've been talking to my grandparents about it. My grandparents have been to Rome. My granddad loves Rome, so he's giving me all the tips and telling me what to do. I'm really looking forward to going there and eating all the food and just taking in all the incredible things that you can see in Rome, because there's so much I want to see, and just going somewhere and just having a nice, like, what's to say, week away. It's not quite a week, but like 5 days away. Hopefully enjoy the sunshine, eat gelato and pizza. Obviously I'm going to vlog the Disneyland Paris trip, and I will vlog Rome, but I'm not sure if it's going to be like the same as my Disney vlogs, just because Disney I tend to vlog lots and lots, whereas like Rome I kind of might merge it into like 1 vlog or 2 vlogs depending on how much I film. I definitely want to vlog to kind of capture the beauty of Italy, because I'm just so excited. So that's something I'm really excited for. Been on my bucket list for ages, so I'm really excited to tick that off. And then in July, is it July? Yes, July, we are going to Brussels in Belgium, and I'm again really excited for that. I've never been to Belgium before, and this is a bit of a random one. So basically we had Eurostar vouchers to use because during the pandemic we had a lot of trips booked pre-pandemic, obviously. A lot of them were refunded. I managed to get refunds, and then a lot of them were vouchers, and then vouchers kept getting pushed back and trains were getting cancelled, and we ended up with this one big voucher for like a certain amount, 400 and something pounds. We knew we weren't going back to Paris because we're driving, because it was just a lot cheaper, and the timings were better because the times for Eurostars when we were looking to go to Disneyland Paris were just rubbish. So we were like, where can we go on the Eurostar? We've been to Amsterdam, we've been to Central Paris before. The only other place was Brussels, and we thought, do you know what, let's do it. We're doing a long weekend in Brussels, and we're hoping to do a day trip to Antwerp because Lauren really wants to go to the Antwerp Zoo to see the koalas. So that's like our plan. Again, it's a little far in the future, so we haven't really got anything set in stone. I'm really excited to explore a new place again, and again, I'm going to film it and hopefully get Belgian waffles and chocolate, and yeah, super exciting. So again, if any of these places are somewhere that you've been before, if you have any tips, let me know. That would be really, really helpful, or things that I must see and do, because I'm a little bit clueless. I'm going to do a lot of research, but if you have got anything like, Becca, you have to do this, then let me know. And then the next trip after that is our big summer trip, which if you followed me for ages, you know we always do like a big summer trip. Initially, the plan for this year, so initially in 2020, we had New York and Florida booked. So we were basically going to do a carbon copy of our 2018 trip, where we went to New York and then flew down to Florida, went to Walt Disney World and then flew home. And then obviously because of the pandemic, that got cancelled and postponed and etc. And then in about, I don't know when it would have been, September last year, we decided to cancel the Florida part. We had a long discussion about it, and we basically decided that we didn't want to go to Walt Disney World, basically. And I want to go back to Walt Disney World at some point in the future, but I think also I'm glad of our decision, because seeing the crowd levels, which again is understandable because of the pandemic, everything's been pushed back. Seeing the crowd levels and the fact that a lot of stuff won't quite be open, so like Guardians won't be open, Tron won't be open, and the only real new things are Galaxy's Edge, which we've been to in Disneyland, so it's not really new anymore, and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad. I'm not like gonna rush back to Florida and pay all that money just for one ride. And then I know Ratatouille is open, but it's literally a carbon copy of Paris. Again, it didn't seem like something we wanted to rush back for just yet. And the price that we were paying, I couldn't justify it, and so we decided to cancel it, and we've switched out doing Florida and we're doing some other things. And again, it's not quite set in stone yet, but if it all goes ahead and goes to plan, I'm so excited. One of the things is we are going back to Disneyland, and you're probably thinking, why are you going back to Disneyland again? You could have gone to Florida because you haven't been to Florida in ages. We love Disneyland so much, and there's just, I don't know, we just really, really love it in California. And we love Walt Disney World, but I think when we next go to Walt Disney World, we want to make a bit of a bigger trip of it and not do like the jumpiness of going to New York and then whatnot. And also flights to Florida were insane when we looked. And so we're doing New York return flights, which were £350 each, rather than Florida return, which we were coming out at like $1,000. So yeah, so there's a whole load of reasons, and we will get back to Florida one day, but not gonna happen this year. So yeah, we've got a big summer trip, and I'm not gonna go too much into detail until we've kind of finalised it, because we haven't booked fully everything yet, because some things you just can't book yet. So I'm really excited for that. And then we have got some other trips kind of penciled in for like the last half of the year, and then going into next year. And one thing that was meant to happen this year that also got cancelled, we were supposed to be going to Tokyo next month, and that is something we've been planning for absolutely ages. And in fact, originally the idea was to do Tokyo in summer of 2020, and then we looked back and thought, maybe going during the Olympics, like just after the Olympics, isn't a sensible idea. So we didn't do that, and we were like, oh, we'll go April 2021. And then obviously everything happened, and April 2021 didn't happen. Our flights got refunded, etc. Oh no, we got a voucher. Then we moved our flights and decided to book for April 22, which is obviously next month, but they got cancelled ages ago, and we got a full refund from BA finally. It took a while because they just kept giving us like bits and in chunks of a refund. It was very odd. They didn't just give the whole amount. They couldn't really explain why, but anyway, we got our money back. And so we really want to go next year. Like, I'm desperate to go. However, Tokyo and Japan haven't opened their borders for anyone to visit at the moment, and I'm not sure when or if they will, like in the near future. And so I'm a bit hesitant to book a trip until I know that we're actually allowed to go, because otherwise we're just gonna have to deal with getting refunds or vouchers again, and you know, it's a big thing to book with such uncertainty. So that will happen. Tokyo will happen, and obviously we want to go to Tokyo Disney. That is like right on the top of my bucket list of somewhere to go. But just Tokyo in general and Japan in general, we have so many things we'd love to see, so that should happen. I mean, ideally it would be next year, but I can't say for sure because of everything. So yeah, that's kind of all the trips, and that's probably really like a lot of talking, and I'm so sorry. I'm talking for way longer than I thought I would. This is going to be a super long video, so I really hope that you've got a drink and some snacks, because what can I say, I'm chatting a lot. So yeah, that is an excessive amount of trips, and I promise you That is not the norm for me and Lauren. We couldn't afford that every single year. It's just because of pushbacks and refunds and everything and getting really super good deals. But yeah, so that, if you're interested, that is what we are doing this year. And I've got like day trips planned and like other little vlogs that I kind of want to do in between those. So I'm going to make sure that I keep my channel full of like fun vlogs for you to watch. And then I also want to do some sort of sit down stuff. But one of my main things about doing YouTube at the moment is my lack of motivation. And I had a period of time where I was getting like nasty messages or nasty comments from like anonymous people. And it was making me feel really down. And for all I know, those same person could have been doing all of the messages, if that makes sense, just to try like wind me up. But it really got to me, and one of the main things was like making comments about what I look like, making comments about my weight and like my skin. So if you didn't know, I have rosacea, and you can probably see it quite a lot. I see it more than I think other people do, but it's why my nose is so red. And people have been really nasty about it in the past, and a lot of the time I can brush it off and I just don't care because it's nobody's business. I'm not doing anything wrong. It's more my problem than it is yours. So if my nose really offends you that much, then you just don't have to look at it. But I have to look at it every single day, and I'm trying not to get upset about it. But yeah, it's just something I've had to deal with like all of my adult life. And I've recently been prescribed some new cream to try reduce the redness and hopefully make me feel a little bit more confident in myself. But I don't tend to wear makeup outside of like YouTube. Like in the parks I put on concealer just because I'm tired of having nasty comments like thrown at me from people who don't know me. And yeah, it just makes you feel really crap. Like putting yourself on the internet is a big thing, and I'm aware that you put yourself on the internet, you're gonna get people watching you making nasty unnecessary comments. Most of the time I don't care. Like they're trolls, it doesn't bother me. But it really put me down, and it made me feel like really miserable, and it made me look at myself in a completely different way. And it's really hard not to hate yourself when other people are like, oh, wash your face, oh your nose is so gross, why is it so red, oh, why does your skin look like that, or you've put on weight, or you were skinny, or you've lost weight, or all this stuff that is just so unnecessary and nothing to do with the video that I'm putting out. And it makes you think people aren't even paying attention to what I'm talking about, and what I'm saying right now might not even be making sense. My problem was I was making videos, and all I thought that people were watching for was to laugh at me, and I got in a really bad headspace with it, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to come on and feel confident and happy and have people enjoy my videos. And if people don't enjoy them, that doesn't bother me. Like, you don't have to watch, but I'm very aware of, you know, hate watching. It really worries me that people just watch me for that, and I don't like that thought. And it might just that might just sound really cocky, but like I just got in a really bad headspace with myself and trying to build back my confidence and like remember it doesn't really matter what other people think of me, because it's not going to change anything. It's not going to make me a better person or a worse person just because some idiot on the internet tells me my nose is really red. But like, I know it is, and I just have to deal with that. But it is hard. Like, putting yourself on the internet has so many good things. Like, I've made so many amazing friends and met so many amazing people and spoke to so many people I just wouldn't have before because of like YouTube or Instagram. But there is always a small percentage of people who have to ruin it, and it really got to me for a while. I'll be honest, it really did. And like having just like snarky comments, or like people writing tweets that are clearly about something do you know what I mean, something you've done. I don't know, I need to not get so wrapped up in what other people think. If people don't like me, they can just unfollow me. Same as if I don't like someone or what they've done or what they think, if I don't agree with it, I will just unfollow them. Does it really matter? Like, in 10 years, are you gonna care like who you followed on Instagram? Probably not. But right now it can feel like such a big thing. But I'm trying to not let it bother me as much and not feel as down about it. But that was kind of my headspace, and I just felt like, oh, nobody cares anyway. Like, no one watches my videos. They just do it for like a joke, to laugh at Becca on their TVs with her big red nose and a ugly face or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I know that's not the case, and it was just my stupid head. But I'm in a much better place mentally now, which is what a lot of people were asking, like how I am. Apologies, my camera just died and I lost my train of thought, and I have no idea what I was rambling about before it stopped. Basically, I think I was talking about my mental health and stuff like that. So I'm doing a lot better now, and I'm feeling a lot more confident and comfortable in myself, and I just need to go back to how I was and not care what other people think of me, because this is my skin. I have a skin condition. It's not my fault. I do clean my skin. It's just something I've had since I was like 18, 19, and I hate it. I hate it just as much as you do. I wish it wasn't there, but it is. And it's something that never really goes. Like, you can reduce it, but you can't get rid of it. And so it's just hard to read nasty comments like that and have people say things about me that aren't nice. But that's just kind of, that's the price you pay for putting things on the internet, I suppose. And the internet isn't always a lovely place, but most of the time it is, and I've just got to remember that. So I'm super grateful for the friends that I've made because of this, so I guess I wouldn't change that. In general, life has been kind of super hectic, and I can't believe we're coming towards the end of March. I'm not really sure when this video is going to go up because I don't know when I'm going to get time to edit it, but it's coming up towards the end of March. It's the 24th, so we've got a week left of March, and that's just crazy. It seems like a week ago since it was Christmas, and things have just been happening. Like, it was my birthday a couple of weeks ago. Sorry, my hair is annoying me today. As you might tell, I had it cut kind of recently, and it's just not playing with me today. Generally, life is good though. Like, I'm happy. Like, the summer weather, I meant the sun. The sun is out. Like, it's gorgeous weather today. Like, I really want to go for a walk after I film this and maybe take my book and read. Life's been good. Work has been super busy. My manager left for a new job in November, and so I've taken on a lot of responsibility in terms of that, and so it's just been super busy. And a lot of the time when I finish work, I don't want to go on a computer and edit, and because I've been on a computer all day. So that's kind of why I haven't actively chosen to film videos, and I just want to like spend time with friends and family now that I've been able to more. And so YouTube has just taken a bit of a back burner, and I'm kind of sad about it, but also not, because I just want to take every opportunity possible. If something's like presented to me, I want to go do something fun. Sorry, there's a woman in our car park, and I don't know who she is, but she's throwing bits of bread at a pigeon. I don't know who she is. Like, she doesn't live here. I think she's waiting for someone, but who knows. If she looks up, she's probably going to see me, so that's going to be super awkward. But yeah, life's just been mega busy, mega fun, a little bit stressful, but I'm in a good place. And a lot of people asked about that, and a lot of people also asked how it's been living with Lauren. So Lauren and I moved in together in November 2020. Lauren's my best friend. And honestly, it's been such a breeze living together. We are so used to each other and what we like to do and how we like to be. And so we're very similar. And so it hasn't felt like a big adjustment, because we spent loads of time together anyway on our holidays. So it was just like really normal and natural. And we still enjoy living together. I do. I don't know if Lauren does. Maybe she's bored of me. But yeah, we're having a good time. And so it's just been really nice. Yeah, we're just kind of getting on with life, doing it, booking exciting things. We've got a bunch of theatre trips coming up and other stuff coming up in general. And yeah, 2022 is just going to be mega hectic if everything goes to plan, and I'm not even going to complain about it. As you can tell, I didn't really plan to talk for this long because my battery keeps dying. Yeah, in terms of my chronic fatigue, it has been okay. Like, I can't really say for sure. Some days it's fine, other days it's not. It's something I don't tend to talk about too much, and I think a lot of people would assume that it just means I'm a little bit tired all the time. And while that is kind of the case, it's a whole lot more than that. Like, yesterday was really bad. Like, I got hit with this massive wave of exhaustion, and I was dizzy and I felt ill, and I had to go lie down at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was in bed for 3 hours just laying down because I didn't feel right. It's not the same as just the normal little bit of tiredness, and I think I've spoken about it a little bit before, and I can do a whole separate video talking about it, but I don't want to make it my thing. Like, I don't want people to go, oh, poor you. I don't want to focus on that. Like, I personally don't want to focus on that, but I also want to highlight it because I think it's important to talk about these things. I've been doing okay. Yesterday was really bad, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to film today, but I woke up this morning feeling pretty good. Yeah, it's just really like, I don't know how I'm gonna be, and I have it quite mildly, so it's just very random and it hits me at random times. And I've tried to do like diaries to try to figure out what my trigger points are, but I honestly couldn't tell you. It's just my body kind of decides for me, so that's fun. And some days are obviously a lot worse than others, and that's just for various reasons, but I'm kind of used to my body now, and I'm knowing what it's telling me and doing what I need to do to make sure I'm okay. So I'm getting a lot better at treating myself the way I should be treated, because sometimes I wasn't very good at that, and I sometimes used to push myself way too much. And I think in old vlogs you could tell because I got really miserable and it came across on camera really badly, and I don't ever want to be like that because I'm not I'm not a negative person. I like to think I'm quite a positive person, but I know sometimes looking back I'm like, oh my god, Becky, you're such a miserable cow, and it just comes across really badly, and I never want to be like that. And because I know I've had messages from people saying, oh, were you okay, like you seemed really down. It's like, yeah, I was just tired, and like I had no energy to even, hi guys, which isn't always good. But I always appreciate like constructive comments, like genuine comments, and like people caring about me. Before, when I said about people making comments about my nose, I'm always happy to answer questions about my rosacea, but it's the way you ask these questions that's the difference. Like, by just saying, oh, your nose is so disgusting, that's really not going to make me want to have a conversation with you. So yeah, I've been doing okay, and just generally life's been pretty good. I've been reading a lot, which is great, and I've been trying to get myself out, and I'm going back into work twice a week at the moment, which has been lovely, so I'm not just at home all the time. So I'm seeing my colleagues again and just going back to like a little bit of normal, and I don't think it's ever going to go back to like fully normal. Like I can't see myself going into work 5 days a week ever again, just because physically that was actually exhausting for me and my condition, and being flexible and when I go into work now is just brilliant. It's kind of life-saving, so I really appreciate that. Look, I don't really know the point of this video. Like, I'm just rambling and talking at you and getting things off my chest, and I want to know kind of what sort of things do you want to see from me, because I did stop doing the daily life and the weekly vlogs. Is that something you'd be interested in seeing every now and again, like a daily vlog? Because they just kind of came across a bit boring, but now like life is normal again, I suppose, and I could do a little bit more. Like maybe you want to see that, and I don't know, it's just something I want to explore, and I just want to do things for myself, but also I want people to enjoy them, because obviously I make videos for my own memories. But like this video I'm doing right now, I'm probably not going to watch again, to be honest. This is more of a catch-up for you. But the vlogs I love doing, because it just, sometimes if I'm feeling down, I'll go watch a random old vlog and it just puts a smile on my face. So if there's anything you really want to see, anything you want me to talk about or like help you with, like I don't know, I would love to. But I'm just so excited for this year to see what it brings me, and to see where I go as a person, I guess, because like I feel like I'm the best version of myself at the moment, and that sounds so cringy and cliche, but it's true. Like I look back at how I was a few years ago, and I was me, but not the fullest version, you know? Like I feel like I'm so much more confident and happy. Okay, so I'm just going to end this vlog on my phone, so the quality is probably completely different, and the sound quality in general is just not as good, and I think the camera's here, and it's hard because I'm looking at myself. But I'm going to end it here because I think it's a sign to shut up, because I've been talking for way too long. How do I get it so it's not going to wobble? Oh, that's not a good angle. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to stop talking now, and hopefully I've kind of answered a lot of questions. I'm always willing to talk to people on Instagram though, so like if you ever just want to chat about stuff, like please send me a message. I'm not always the best at replying, but I will always get back to you, and I want to be helpful, and I don't want to be that person who like tells you, oh, I got a really good deal going to XYZ, but who never actually reveals where they got the deal from, how much they paid. Like I think it's a bit, you know, shady. Like I don't particularly like talking about money in terms of like how much money I have, but if someone wants to know how much I paid for something, I'll tell them, because I'm not going to pretend it was super cheap when actually I paid like £5,000. Do you know what I mean? So I'm always happy to help with anything. I enjoy talking to people, and I'm very friendly, I promise. So if you do want to, I'm available on like Instagram, or I have an email, which is like in the bio if you ever want to send an email. I know a few people do. So yeah, I'm back. I don't know when the next video is going to be, but if anything, there will be Disneyland Paris vlogs from April. So look forward to them. I'm really excited. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking by me. Or if you're new, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. It means a lot to me. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where 2022 takes me, and what adventures I get to go on and everything. And I'm just so grateful. And I know I'm so incredibly lucky to be in this position, and not everyone is in the position that I am in. And I don't ever want to take that for granted, and I don't ever want to come across like I'm bragging or showing off to anyone. That's not the sort of person I am. But yeah, I want to say thank you. And as I said, anything you want to know, anything you want to ask, please leave a comment or send a message, whatever you want to do. And if there is anything you want to see from me, please let me know, because I am, to be honest, I have no ideas. I have no idea what I want to do. I'm going to go. I'm looking at myself in the camera. It's really awkward. thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you give a video a thumbs up if you made it this far. Leave a comment and make sure to subscribe if you're not already, because it means a lot to me. Yeah, I'll see you very, very soon for another video. Bye 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 bye.